All right. What are these security problems? For those of you who are not familiar with how RFID works, let me give you just a little technical overview here. Inside of the cards, there's a little microchip, which it's kind of it's sort of hard to see, but all the lines are kind of converging on it there. The little tiny square sort of on the left-hand side. And this diagram actually is two cards. It's the blanks, the long stream of blanks that they spit out. So just focus on the rectangle on the left. That microchip right there is hooked up to the lines that run around the edge of the card. That's the antenna. So if you have a card, you suspect it might have RFID. If you X-ray it, you'll be able to clearly see this. Sometimes you can hold a really powerful pen light up to it or hold it up to the light and you can see the antennas in it. But other than that, they look like any other plastic card. Now, that microchip contains your unique ID number. It can contain a whole lot more about you, too. In China, they're encoded with your name, your date of birth, your ethnicity, your reproductive history, your educational history, your employment history, even your landlord's name and phone number, all encoded in the microchip that can be read remotely by somebody just aiming a reader at you as you walk down the street.
Coming up next, how far would you go for better security? How about an ID implanted in your arm? Who's actually asking people to do that? You might be surprised. Also, moving along now to tonight's eye-opener, what would you do if your boss said you had to have a computer ID chip implanted under your skin or you'd be fired? Well, we're not there quite yet, but one Ohio company is doing something that has some people wondering if we're headed down that road.
Andrea Hernandez's day starts with her backpack, sweatshirt, and student ID. But don't be fooled. This magnet school sophomore isn't using her new RFID badge. She's using last year's card. Hernandez says the new ID violates her religious beliefs. She believes it conditions students to one day accept what the Bible's book of Revelation calls the mark of the beast. Her school requires the card for its activities, like buying lunch and checking out a library book.
This is, it's not the great economy of the United States economy or the economy of Texas. It's the economy of John Jay High School. But you're still not allowed to participate in it unless you have this thing.
RFID scanners embedded in the ceiling then read the badges and identify a student's location. How it works, students must wear badges on lanyards around their necks.
I don't like the idea of them chipping the kids.
I believe it does invade our children's privacy and civil liberties, and the fact that there's no provision to opt out.
It's true.
Privacy organizations around the country are backing these parents.
The ultimate concern is here that we don't want to turn into a surveillance society. In our culture, in our legal traditions, the government doesn't watch you unless it has particular reason to suspect that you are involved in wrongdoing.
This type of technology implicates the freedom of speech, the right to freely associate, religious freedoms. Imagine, for example, a student being dissuaded from attending a political interest group because she fears that the tracking technology will alert the principal or other members of the school administration where her political affiliations align.